Classism is a belief that people from some social classes are better than people from other classes. Hello and welcome to Youth Connect on Trust TV. I am Fatima Ahmed Musa. Last week we talked about classism and why it's such a big deal in our society. Today we'll be looking at it from the female angle. Classism among women or girls can lead to social division based on economic status, influencing friendship, access to resources and opportunities. Economic disparity may affect girls' self-esteem, educational experiences, and aspirations, contributing to sense of inequality. Now I have with me in the studio two beautiful ladies, Hussaina Yaqub. She's a motivational speaker, stage fright coach, and a relationship therapist. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And we have Chidinma Tolani. She's a UI UX designer.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
All right.
So let's talk about classism. Hussaina, let me start with you.
Okay.
What do you think classism is, in your own opinion?
To my belief, I feel classism is all about discrimination, all about oppression, I can say humiliation, due to, social status and economic status as well. And it's not supposed to be so, if you ask me.
Okay, so that's in your own thing.
Yes.
How about you, Chidinma?
Classism has to do with having to discriminate between the upper and the lower class based on your social status and how much you earn, income and wealth, all of those things. So, yeah, that's my own thoughts or opinion about classism.
So, okay, Hussaina, how do you think, classism affects our youth today?
Classism affects the youth greatly. A thought just came to me because there was a time I wanted to host an event. So I'm not going to mention the name here. I invited her, I invited her. Oh my God, I hope she doesn't see this. I actually invited her to my event. Okay, hello. Usually when you're into something, when you're trying to achieve a certain goal, there are people that you look up to, you want to be like them, or you're proud of how they, still push regardless of the challenges. So I reached out to her. I was like, okay, I have an event, so I would like you to attend. And she was like, okay, so who and who have you invited?
So
you get me? She wanted to know, so yes. So she didn't want to just be on the low level. Okay, example, they saw her to event with maybe, let's say, upcoming inspirational speakers. So she didn't want to be along that class. She wanted something like, okay, she's attending an event with the governor's wife, the president, all those kind of things. I actually felt belittled that way, but I didn't say anything because I know it's like, success is like a stepping stone. Gradually, you get there. So I told her I invited so she was like, okay. Then don't worry, she's gonna get back to me. And then when I went to her friend, I was like, okay, this person, she's very intelligent, so I can bring her into this picture because she's a public figure. When people see her and she talks about things, they're going to, okay, I want to attend this event, and they're going to get to learn a lot. And then I invited her. Do you know what happened? She was actually there. That was her space, but she didn't come.
Wow.
She didn't come. My sister had to go and tell her, okay, please, the program has started, just the way we're having this section. The program has started. Can you just come in and talk to the audience? Okay. She actually has not showered, but to cut the long story short, she did not attend the event. Neither did her friend. But you know what? Still today, I'm still doing this. This I'm telling you about happened 2020, but I'm still pushing.
But has that affected your mental health in any way?
Not that deep, because already I motivate myself. Why am I a motivational speaker? I have come to realize in life, not everybody would want to be your struggle story. I felt like, can I actually do this with the way things are going? And okay, that's for me, but other people cannot take it. So people are like, okay, how am I going to get to invite the president? Maybe I should just kill my dreams. So this whole classism, it kills dreams, messes with your mental health. It does a lot of negative things.
How about you, Chidinma? Do you have any experience like that maybe it has ever happened to you or someone that you know?
It will be someone that I know. So basically, it's a workplace setting.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give like there's going to be like a class in this case. So let me use, I wouldn't use persons, I'll say A. A dresses better than B, but they're on the same social class. So basically they are there because they actually earn to be there. Let's just work with that myth. And then B is always, A is always looking good, always looking pink, wearing designers, expensive things.
Expensive things.
And then B is like, we're doing the same thing. How come B is always looking that good? But because of the financial constraints that B is having, she is a bit setback with, I mean, mentally, with the fact that A is actually looking good and better, despite the fact that it's the same thing that they're doing. And A, being someone who is not the type to lean towards the side of being, lean towards the side of humility, do you get? So she already has that. Let's say A has a classist, you get, mentality or view towards B, because you're not doing as good as I am, so why should I actually roll with you? That is where the personal relationship comes between A and B. A is already looking down on B, and B is looking to A, but then affecting her psychologically. So that would be like an instance. In fact, that's an instance I would give. I'm sorry, I didn't want to mention person, so yeah.
But then, Hussaina, you know, there's this thing that is kind of bothering me. Why is it so rampant amongst women? Because I know that men also have their own kind of, you know, class barriers that they have to deal with. But why is it so pronounced when it comes to women? Why is it so?
Well, like you said, women. Our things are always different. Let me know. I don't want to sugarcoat things. Let's just be very honest. And it's like, it's common. It's common amongst we women. I don't know. Like, you can, for instance, now, a guy might sit here. You would want to, like, you'd see him with a lady. You'd see the guy. He's going to be like, oh, hey, what's up? How are you doing? But if it's a lady, oh, hi. Why is that happening? I mean, so I do not know why they tend to do that. Maybe, I don't want to say maybe they're battling with low self-esteem, because honestly, if you know what life can offer to people, you'll be so humble that not everybody's going to be the same to you. But I don't know why some women are like that. Like, I don't really like it, and it's actually not cool.
Chidinma, do you think this topic we are discussing has a way of, you know, affecting the low class, because this is like basically thrown at them because they don't belong to the same class with the higher class?
This whole thing boils down to your self-orientation, the kind of mindset you have. And by mindset, I mean you need to have a strong and an independent mindset. So you will not be influenced by what you are being thrown at or being fed at. So yes, the program it definitely does go a long way with having to get structure people's view about this whole classism thing. But at the same time, you need to also work on yourself. So if the program is there and you're not having this mindset thing, you know, the mind is very powerful and you're unable to control it, then let's just say it does 50% of it. The remaining 50 you have to do yourself.
So, but do you think social media, Hussaina, has a role that it has played in, you know, putting this idea on people's minds, especially women? Because, you know, we see on social media that, oh, they are living this kind of lifestyle that everybody wants to be in that class. And you know you don't belong in that class. You see people trying to do certain things to see that they meet up. Do you think social media has played a huge role in that aspect?
I'm going to say yes. On a scale, I could say 75%. I could say 80%. It's like, right? It first comes with lack of contentment. When you see, social media will give you cropped.
Why is it different?
A man will not post where the time he beats or he scolds his wife. Nobody does that. But he's going to post, oh, I got you a gift. Oh, honey, thank you. They do that a lot. Why? Because you want to bring traffic to your place. You want more engagement. You want people to look. Some people do business out of this. Some people feel, okay, because once you post a video with your husband petting you, other women, and like you said, this can affect marriages as well. She's going to tell him, look at what this Fatima's husband bought her. You cannot, before you know, she will tell her friends will follow your page. And before you know, so it's affecting the minds negatively. When you come online, you are going to see stuff, you start doubting your marriage, you start doubting your business. You just start up, you cannot plant something and harvest it. So social media only shows us that part we want to see about life. And like it is, we have people like You Trust TV who are, you know, putting it all effort together to see that you control the situation. Because if you don't talk about these things, I don't know who will. So I hope somebody saying this today know that we're going to talk something that's going to help you, you know, refocus.
And then we hope that it's going to make them, you know,
it's going to make them, don't worry, it's going to be definitely
mindset to do the right thing. Hussaina, can you share examples or, you know, policies that you think can be used to combat this classism amongst our youth today, especially with women?
Okay, I could say equality. For instance, workplace. You're working in Trust TV, recordings, and then you're getting paid because maybe you're Buhari's daughter. And I'm just the Hussaina Yaqub's daughter. And then we do the same jobs, but you get paid more because of your status and because I am a bit less than you, okay, financial status. So what I'm trying to say here in the sense that we can try to make there be equality, you know, amongst employees of the same roles. If you're doing a task, if a person A is making a task, person B is doing the same task, there should be a policy that everybody gets paid. Okay, the way you're doing your jobs, they should get paid regardless of your status.
Okay, so we are coming back to what we are just discussing now. Let's go on a short break, and when we come back, the discussion will continue. Welcome back. If you're just joining, this is Youth Connect coming to you from our studios here in Abuja. Okay, before we went on the break, Hussaina, we were talking about you know, how social media affects women, especially in terms of classes. So would you say media has also, you know, the way it portrays, you know, these marginalized voices, which are the women, has a way of, you know, messing with their mental health as well, or their self-esteem in this aspect?
Yeah, it plays a huge role in that, because it's like we are people in different locations, and I think the only way, no, not really the only way, sorry to use that word, the major means we get to like see trends and all of it is through the media. Now, you could be at home, you could imagine things, but when you see it, it affects you the most. So like I said, you'd see somebody post something you don't have or something you've been struggling to have. For instance, somebody trying to conceive, you know, trying to get married, trying to get pregnant, and then you see your friend carrying her babies. And then let's say when you went for her naming ceremony, she was like, oh, hi, I'm sorry, welcome. Wow. So when you see all these kind of things on media, I'd be like, okay, this was somebody I went to her house and then she just kind of gave me attitude, and then she's here flaunting her husband. Oh, my husband took me to Dubai. Oh my God, my gift after giving birth. That is going, see, you're going to break down.
Because you feel maybe you don't deserve
God,
that.
Why me? Why? When? I'm not even, like, all my prayers, nothing is happening. In fact, you feel less of yourself. You feel maybe there's something wrong with you. You're not going to feel motivated enough, because it is only when you're motivated that you can, you know, do something positive, that you can think about. But once you see all those images, okay, you're just coming online. Like the weddings that happened during December. Oh my goodness. Posting, congratulations, wow, save the dates. You're going to feel, the more you see all these things on media, the more you get affected, the more you start to feel, you would cry. And do you want one huge impact, the negative impact about this, is, let's assume you left your ex because of his toxic behavior. By see all those, you are trying to take yourself back to this guy, because why? You just want people to say, so person is getting married. You know, okay, let's say, for instance, he was slapping you. That was why you left. But you just want to leave. Why? Because you want the society. You want the media world. Because we have media in-laws. We have media in-laws, the ones that follow waiting to share trends, actually.
To see what you put out there, what's happening in your life and all that. And so you have to keep up, because you want to.
And what are you doing? You're not happy. So this messes with you. So you start to feel lonely. Even if you're with that person, you're with him, but you're still going to be lonely. Why? Because of the effect from social media. So I think social media plays a huge role, because they keep posting only what they want you to see. Okay,
so Hussaina, do you think men oppress women when in terms of social classes, because they will be like, you know, she doesn't belong in your class, don't go for her, or don't date her, or don't get married to her because you are not in the same class? Do you think that has a way of affecting women, and, you know, to see that maybe they elevate themselves because, oh, I don't belong to someone's class, so I won't get married, or I won't get what I need in life? Do you think that happens to women?
It happens a lot, because I'm a matchmaker, and there are times where women come to me, I don't want to say commoner, let me just use the word, the zero terms, middle class. Yeah, there are times where middle class women reach out to me and they're like, okay, these are profiles of the men I want. Okay, as a matchmaker, okay, let's see his handle, because you do that as well. I will go to their page and I'm like, okay, this is the lady that, okay, let's assume they don't stay in well-built houses, maybe just, like I said, middle class. And then you want to date a guy that goes out to the president. Are you thinking about what I'm thinking? And I'm like, okay, you want to date, like, they are just that different, but
so,
you know.
At least look for your class at the end of the day.
When she sent the profile, I went through the page and I was like, Anya, you know what it means for somebody to say Anya? Okay, let's give it a try. So I spoke to him and he was like, okay, I want to see this lady. I want to see her picture. When I sent the picture to him, he was like, Haba. Oh my goodness, what's that supposed to mean? I'm just trying to imagine what, I did not tell her, I just told her he's not ready, like, for any serious relationship, not ready for any commitment.
Yeah, you have to look for a way to
imagine I told her, she's going to start feeling, this thing definitely affects people. She's going to start feeling, okay, is it because she's not from a wealthy home? Now, she's not somebody that knows how to control her emotions. She could want to do anything at all to get money. She could feel, okay, is it because she's tiny? Maybe, okay, when I send the picture, maybe he saw no figures at all. She could want to go for surgery. I think there was a time a lady died. There are lots of stories on social media
just
where
because you want
to feel among, you want to be that curve.
And what have you.
So, and it is only when something has messed with you to the point that you feel that's the only situation, that's only control, like the only solution for you to go. So if she's not affected, she wouldn't think that way. So him telling her I cannot date this class has lots of negative impacts to do with
even though he ended up not telling her so it doesn't affect her you know, and her self-esteem. Tolani, you want
to buttress on what you've said, the psychological effects would involve stress, anxiety. All of those factors will come into play because of
depression, especially when things like this are happening.
Are constantly happening because of where you find yourself. Because most persons, we all understand that your social class is an identity of oneself in the sense of, okay, this is what I am having, this is what I have, this is what I can afford. So once you don't meet up to that standard, that is where the problem comes in.
Okay, Hussaina, can you, in 1 minute, tell me what you think can, you know, solve this whole issue, whether in classism amongst women or amongst men or even, you know, amongst youth in general?
First thing I want to say is, I want you to, you might be watching this today, you might be, maybe heard somebody, but what I want to say about this is just a little piece of advice for you, anybody that is watching this. Now, we all know that all fingers are not equal. There has to be that difference, financial status, and all of it about life. Now, you have to appreciate where you are. See, it is when you're not contented, when you're always looking for, okay, looking at what somebody has, you wouldn't have, like they say, winners focus on winning, losers focus on winners. When you're focused about your life, like I give instance of my own story when I was hosting an event 2020, but I didn't let that get me because I knew I have this beautiful talent in me, and I'm not going to let that affect me. So you already know your situation. If things are happening for you, if it's not happening, don't be in a rush. Gradual process, appreciate yourself, and most importantly, let me not sugarcoat things. You know the way this country is, there's already that difference. So don't work hard just because you want to be more than. No, work hard because you want to be better than your previous self. Yes, you want to be your best version. So already get your motivation, like write down your goals, do the best, pray to God, and don't stop being patient and don't lose hope. And it's actually crazy. Waiting period is crazy. When you want something and it's not happening and you see it coming, tell yourself yours is coming. If that relationship is not working, maybe it's because it's not the best for you. There are people that have died after marrying a particular person. 2 months after wedding, you will hear, okay, this one stabbed. So God is seeing things that you're not seeing. Okay, so Chidinma, in your own opinion, what do you think can be done to, you know, tackle this issue?
It will be to have conversations and also listen to people's experiences and speak out when you see classist behaviors. It's very important to do that. Speak up when you see that, okay, this person is being looked down on. That will go a very long way in also giving you this leader perspective and giving that person boost the person's self-esteem as well. And social media should also play a role in doing that. Not all that glitters is gold. So yeah, basically that's it. That's basically everything. How it can be curbed. Having conversations, education, and also people that like at the top should also have this thing. Should be, what's the word? Humble, humility. You're not there by your power. It just happens that you're there. So when you see people coming up, instead of dragging them down, bring them up. So that is my take on classism.
Okay, Hussaina, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, I just wanted to add something little to what she said. And it's like, don't rely on one income. Don't rely on one income. Be creative. You mustn't do what somebody is doing. Look at what you want to do. Focus on many things. Encourage yourself, you know, get more money. Because even this classism, it happens even in retirement. So you have to plan your life ahead. So you might not be too fortunate enough to see people who are going to help you, but be there for yourself, motivate yourself. Media should play a role. Talk about this event, you know, make more awareness, create more awareness about this, you know, help the gender, tell them about the negative impacts, the causes. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Thank you, Hussaina. Thank you, Chidinma, for coming on the show. I hope you come back again for another episode anytime I call you.
Definitely.
Okay, viewers, this is where we draw the curtains, and we hope you enjoyed or learned one or two things from what we discussed today. Just know that you are special in your own way. It doesn't matter what class you belong to. I remain your host, Fatima Ahmed Musa, and join us again next week for another interesting episode. Bye for now.